Sup tube, Loki here, and today I've got an NU battle for you. I haven't really played NU in 5th gen, so I decided to throw a team together, and this was the result. This is a battle against someone on the Smogon Wi-Fi battler, and it's a little one-sided, but it was a lot of fun. And there was a couple of scenarios where, well, stuff happens. Okay, so he leads with Samurott, I lead with Roselia, expecting his Golurk to come in. And I did not go for the Giga Drain right off the bat because I expected him to switch. That was not really a favorable outcome for him. But he hits me really hard and I go for the Leech Seed. And I'm already at 50% health, which is bad. So at here I'm expecting another Mega Horn to come in. So I go into War Turtle. I am max defense, and with that Leech Seed up, it shouldn't be doing too much damage to me. Previously, after he hit my Roselia, I saw that he had the Life Orb. So with each hit, he's going to be constantly losing health. So at this point, he's kind of a threat. I switch back into Swellow, expecting him to switch yet again, because there really wasn't much that he could do to my War Turtle, but he goes for the Swords Dance. And that's really bad for me. What my plan was originally was on his switch, I can switch into Swellow and get my free Toxic boost, but now I'm looking at a Sweeper. So I'm going to switch back into War Turtle, predicting the Aqua Jet, which was fairly obvious. Now, I know that I'm facing another Mega Horn, and I know that it's really going to hurt after +2, but I don't have anything else that I want to take a hit from this guy, and I assume after Life Orb recoil that a Scald would kill him. I know that War Turtle is not really the strongest special attacker in the world, but if that hadn't have killed the Samurott, I would have been really upset. That just would have been retarded. But in comes this thing, the Superior, and I'm going to switch into Audino expecting a Leaf Storm or a Grass type move, but he goes for the sub, predicting that pretty nicely. Good play on his part. At this point, the word coil is flashing in my face well before he actually went for the move. I went for the Wish anyway. He could have been, sub Leech Seed. He could have been sub 3 attacks. Perhaps the Wish was a bad move on my part, considering how Coil was just screaming at me. I don't know why I didn't respond to it immediately. But at this point, I'm going to have to go into Combustion because it's really the only thing I have for this guy. He's setting up in my face, and this is just not bad. These things normally carry Dragon Tail and Leaf Blade, so I know that he has a Dragon Tail, but I really don't have a choice but to try to hit this guy at once. What I mean? Maybe I can get a speed boost up, but after looking at this thing's max speed, I'm assuming that he's max speed. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. Maybe he's running more of a bulky spread, but I didn't want to take the risk. At this point, I decided I just didn't care. I do have a Focus Sash, but actually it wouldn't really matter because I took the recoil from the Flare Blitz, so this is just a really Loki is effed situation going on here. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I go into Swellow, predicting him to... Lost myself there. I don't think I predicted him to do anything. I just went into Swellow because I just was scared. Or maybe because I predicted the substitute. That's what it was. I did predict the sub. But either way, he just goes for the coil. And I hit him with a Brave Bird, and it does a lot of damage. It doesn't kill him because he's like 3 coils in. He goes for a Dragon Tail and it kills me, which is good because it allows me to get Combustion in, and he's not behind a sub. Now, I know he's going to predict me to go for the Protect and go for the Substitute, and that's why I go for the Flare Blitz right here. Excellent prediction on my part, and it's really good for me because it's going to take 2 speed boosts before I can outspeed this thing. That is, of course, assuming that he's running max speed. It's best to just assume such things and play by that because you don't want, a surprise hit in the face. It just would have been awful. This thing could have swept my entire team if I hadn't taken care of him accordingly. So I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz, and that's a really big threat down on his team. I was really happy to take this guy down. I was really scared earlier. I get another speed boost, and at this point he's going to go into Love Disc or Alomasomethin. I don't really know this thing's name. But I'm going to have to switch into Roselia. I'm going to save Combustion for later. He doesn't have any hazards up, and he goes for the Toxic. Luckily for me, I went straight to Roselia. Now he's going to switch into this guy, Bastiodon. I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time and go for the Leech Seed again. But I'm not really going to be able to do too much damage to this thing. However, I doubt it can do very much back to me. So at this point, I think it would be a good idea to set up some spikes while I can, because this guy's been switching around a lot. And, I just want to put up as much pressure on him as I can. His team is kind of designed to, set up spikes and Stealth Rock, and then just put on pressure with Swellow, and then sweep with Combustion if need be. And then, of course, this Golurk right here is a max attack, so it's not too offensive of a team, but it's not too stally either. It definitely keeps up offensive pressure. And then I have a Cleric on the team as well in the form of Audino. Like I said, I just threw it together. I was like, Cleric, defense, rapid spin and like sweeper. Go. Let's do it. But he goes into this guy, and I never really seen him competitively. I don't even know what he can do. And I guess we're not going to find out this battle either, because this guy kind of gets pwned after he hurts himself in confusion right here. Poor guy. Golurk has become such a whore in NU. I swear I see him on like every 3 and 5 teams, if not 4 and 5. I mean, I know I don't really like to use things that are quite overused, but well, listen to me. I got Roselia, War Turtle, Golurk. I have a standard NU team. What am I talking about? I'm just going to shut up now. He goes for the Waterfall, which is really interesting on the Alomasomethin. I really recommended him to use Scald instead. I don't really say things like that. You know, I'm definitely open to ideas, but I don't see any reason in particular to run Waterfall over Scald, like ever. Ever. Now, as you can see, Roselia's just about ready to clean up house here. All he's got is the Golurk and this Alomasomethin. Wow, look at all that health I just got from that. I was really appalled by that. This thing's got quite a bit of health. But he's going to go for the Waterfall again. I don't know why I set up the spikes. Oh, I think I predicted him to just go for the Protect. At this point, he's kind of just making the game long. But he didn't go for the Protect and he went for the Waterfall. I think at this point he kind of realized that there's really not much he can do to this Roselia, whom I think was MVP this round. He's going to go on the Golurk, and I'm just going to smash him with a Giga Drain. Just smash on him. He told me that this was a Iron Fist sub-Focus Punch set, which could have been useful for him at some point in the match, but I guess he just didn't get a chance to bring it in. So I'm kind of just going to speed up the rest of the match here, because all Roselia is just going to do is clean up, and this Alomasomething's going to come in and get a freaking flinch like 4 times, and I think it's like 2 or 3 flinches, but it's like excruciating, because, you know, I mean, the game is just over, and he's just going to flinch me, and I just got through talking about how he should run Scald instead. This is kind of like a personal FU. You know, but eventually I'm gonna break through. I was thinking for a second that he might even kill me, but eventually I do break through and I take down the fish. So that's good game, and yeah, like, comment, sub, and peace.